I'm sure by this point, you might be wondering if play therapy will help you in your family situation. Or you might even wonder what people who have actually gone through the program have said. In this video, I'll share the stories of real clients who learned play therapy and conducted play therapy sessions with their children, and how they were able to get the better family life that they wanted by stopping power struggles, learning to communicate better with their kids, and building a better relationship. In the last 4 videos, I showed you how traditional parenting approaches don't work, and that you can't just talk things out with your kids because they're emotional, not rational. I also explained why your relationship is the key to your happy family. And finally, I showed you the blueprints or the roadmap to fast track you to using play therapy with your own kids so that you can eliminate power struggles, improve your communication, reduce meltdowns, reduce tantrums, and regain peace in your home once again. So in case you've not yet watched the first 4 videos, make sure you catch up, because a lot of the information that I've been giving away is the start of you achieving your happy family. A mom that recently finished this program initially reached out because she was at her wit's end with the situation in her home with her 8-year-old son. She's a homeschooling mom, and she was ready to just send him back to public school because she was so frustrated and fed up with the daily power struggles, the daily arguments, and the daily refusal to comply with tasks. She said every day he argued with the smallest of requests. He screamed at her when she expected obedience, which of course led to her blowing up about his attitude. And by the time the workday was over, she usually went to her room, laid on her bed in a self-imposed decompression time out. She was daily questioning whether the constant fighting, battling, and tears on both sides were worth it. Well, she took the in-home play therapy program, and it transformed the way that she viewed herself as a mom, transformed the way she viewed her son, and their relationship as a whole. Because it began to register that she struggled to understand his feelings. When things escalated and they both lost control, it usually came from one of them feeling that the other wasn't listening or wasn't understanding. So once she began to acknowledge his feelings, and he began to feel acknowledged, the power struggles got better. They both grew, they both developed an emotional vocabulary, and that allowed them to communicate with each other rather than everything becoming a fight for control. And eventually she noticed that she can talk to her son now, even about issues that they have with his behavior, and neither of them gets angry. This is because they are both more regulated, they both express themselves effectively, and they both spend more happy and meaningful time together. After completing the course, she mentioned that she felt that the in-home play therapy program was an investment in her relationship with her son. And her home is a more peaceful place to be because of the in-home play therapy course. She followed the exact same steps that I take parents through in my in-home play therapy program that's launching in a few days. Another mom who participated in the program a little while ago had 3 boys, and in our first meeting, she told me that she often thinks about running away. She was so overwhelmed, so exhausted, so in survival mode that she was willing to try anything to regain peace. Her middle son was born prematurely and has dozens of complications and diagnoses as a result. I think he's had 46 surgeries at 6 years old. He needs a lot of constant medical care, much of which she provides for him at home herself. So this meant that the older and younger sons sort of resented all of the time that she spent with the middle son, albeit negative and scary time. It certainly wasn't positive experiences. But as a result of the whole scenario, the middle child got really angry and resentful and clingy. He began to act out to address his feelings of powerlessness and his feelings of fear. And then the entire family began to cater to his behaviors, his moods, and his emotions. He basically ruled the roost. She felt so completely lost. She had tried so many approaches. She'd worked on so much, everything she could, but nothing had helped. Her son that needed the most help started to need and resent her at the same time. All the while, he was alienating his brothers, so it just was a really difficult home situation. As we began to create a different dynamic in the relationships at home, she learned to communicate differently. She learned how to use play therapy approaches and understand that the root of his behavior is always a feeling. That changed everything. All three of her sons started expressing themselves in healthier ways. She felt more equipped and confident in her way of handling things. And then she was able to share with her husband how to incorporate the skills that she was learning because she understood the value of changing the relationship. Don't misunderstand me. She started out angry and stressed about all three of her boys, but she ended up seeing them in a happier and healthier light. Imagine me training you over a 10-week period where you learn the 4 primary play therapy skills: reflecting feelings, choice giving, limit setting, and encouragement. Then in addition, you get live weekly interaction with a play therapist facilitator to give you feedback so that you can improve your skills. Finally, you get help every step of the way to ensure that you are successful with this new set of skills that you'll be learning. As much as I would love to help everyone, we can only accept a limited number of participants in the in-home play therapy program. This allows us to keep the groups small to make sure that everyone can get the support and the help that they really need. Please understand this is an exclusive opportunity and spots will be granted on a first-come, first-served basis. This is literally the most comprehensive and complete program that I teach, and I wouldn't be surprised if it sells out in a few hours. So keep your eyes open, jump on board as soon as registration opens. In the next video, I'll give you some specific instructions that you can follow to make sure you get a spot in the program. And I'll also share some more information about the in-home play therapy course and how it's different from other programs that you might have seen before. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you again soon.